Hey, good evening, everybody. Happy Thursday. A little bit late for me, 9:25 Eastern. Excuse me, 8:25 for those of you watching Central, and what's that make it? 6:25 for anybody on Pacific time. So, welcome. I just wanted to come and do a very quick Facebook Live today. First of all, if you're watching live, say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Use the comments box below. Use the thumbs up, the little heart, so like, love, and then the wow face to let me know. I I titled this "Success, Happiness, and Freedom," and sort of what are those three things. And the reason I did that is that I'm sure you know if you've been following me that I'm just getting my phone ready in case any of you get comments. So that's why I'm looking away. Um, just literally published or finished writing and published my first ever book, 10 Steps to Freedom. And the thinking about it and talking about it with people, it's like there was a lot of debate in my mind internally as to what to call it. Right, call it 10 steps to success, 10 steps to happiness, and I chose 10 steps to freedom in the end. And I wanted to just talk about, like, look, what is success, happiness, and freedom, and are they the same thing? Are they different things? Which come first? Is any reliant on any other, and so on? So I talk about it a little bit in the book, um, but not in its entirety, and that's intentional in a way, because there's a lot of content, and if you watched my chat with Jay Goff last night, Jay, just reading the introduction, said there's so much in the introduction, and there is. And so the book is more about a blueprint of how you can change your life, and it gives you ways to work through it. And I will be talking about ways that we can work through it over a 90-day period. If you join my live call, which is next Thursday, you can do that by going to my website, chris-j-baker.com, and right at the top there's a link there, just in the bar above the header, that you can click on and register for the live call. I'll also be doing my actually Facebook Live launch for the book tomorrow night at 8:30 on this channel. So if you can join that, again, I'll share the link to that. Hey, my brother from Brazil, Bruno's watching. Hey, Bruno, miss you. You're like my little son. Miss you too, man. And Katrina's watching. So thank you guys for tuning in. So in the book, I talk about the question of which comes first, success or happiness, and for the longest time I always used to think in my career that success came first, and success would bring you happiness. And I would believe that if you were successful in your career, successful in your life, you were earning lots of money, that would bring you happiness. And I'd also would say, how can anybody be happy if they're not rich, and they're not doing well at work, and so on. And then I realized, as I sort of grown and developed over my life and my personal growth journey, that happiness is actually what brings you success, and happiness is what will also bring you freedom. And so, I called the book 10 Steps to Freedom, and freedom is different for each of us. All right, for me, freedom means being able to do what I want to do, when I want to do it, with who I want to do it, and how I want to do it. All right, I actually found freedom with Bruno, that's watching now. We were roommates on a cruise ship back in 2009, when I needed a break from my life in the UK, and we had some amazing experiences, and that was freedom. Because we didn't really have any commitments or obligations. We worked in the store when we were at sea, and at night when we were docked, and during the day when we were docked, we would go and see places all around the world, and it was amazing. And I think that hey, Tim, thanks for tuning in from Brentwood, California. Nice to have you aboard. That again was something that made me realize that, do you know what, we can choose the life that we desire. We can control our destiny. But what we need to do is to work out what it is we want. And that comes down to understanding your purpose. And so success, happiness, and freedom to me all come from understanding who you are inside. Understanding what you want to achieve with your life, understanding the people that you want to impact in your life. And you're doing it to make yourself happy, to make yourself free. And guess what? Success will come as a result of that. Too many people, me included, and until recently, too many people chase success. They chase money. They say that money is their motivator. Money is not a motivator. Money is a tool, a vehicle that gets you what you want in life. Excuse me one moment, just have a slurp of coffee. And then, until we realise that, until we accept that, we're always going to be on what I call the perpetual hamster wheel of life, right? Where we're sort of chasing around, chasing our tails. You hear all these metaphors like running around like a headless chicken and so on. If we don't know where we're going, the chances of us getting there are very slim. So think about that for a moment. Again, and people talk about luck, right? They talk about being in the right place at the right time, or I didn't get this opportunity, didn't get that opportunity. The truth is that opportunity exists all around us. Right? We do create our own luck, right? And it's not luck, it's awareness. And the thing is there, if we are always running around like the headless chicken with our heads down, just concentrating, I've got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, we'll miss those opportunities that exist all around us. All right, that's like what I'm saying is about not knowing the destination of where we want to go. It's very difficult then to get somewhere. In fact, it's impossible to get somewhere if you don't know where you're going. Right, you'll get somewhere, you won't get where you want to be because you haven't taken that time to understand where you want to be and why you want to get there. So that's really what I wanted to just sort of take to add tonight is take that time. Right, we live in what I call a microwave society where everybody wants everything now. We're not prepared to wait. We're not prepared to put the work in. We want to take the path of least resistance, the shortcut to success and happiness, the shortcut to money. There is no shortcut to significance, all right? And significance is where we all should be aiming. Now, again, is everybody that I talk to going to get this message and going to understand it and going to want to buy into it? No, absolutely not. All right? There are less than 1% of people in the world that will actually get to a true significant point in their life, a place where they are impacting other people, that they're truly making a difference. I want to be one of those 1%, and I want as many as you people to be as one in that 1% too. Great if we can increase that to 2%, even better. Hey Al, thanks for tuning in. Now Al's one of these guys for sure, and Tim, it looks like you put your thumbs up. As well, so I appreciate that. So, are you prepared to put the work in? In my book, I bookend it, literally no pun intended. But I mean, at the start and the end of the book, I use a quote that I've been that I developed and I've been using a lot in my teachings, and that's this: are you happy living under the average limitations imposed on you by other people, or are you ready to rise to the greater expectations of your inner self? What you need to do, if the answer is I'm happy living under the average limitations of other people, then great. I can't help you, and I wish you well in your life, and you go along and you'll probably still be where you are now in 5-10 years time. And if that's good for you, then I am happy for you too. However, if you answered I'm ready to rise to the greater expectations of my inner self, that's one thing, acknowledging that you're ready. But the main thing is, okay, now what are you going to do about it? Are you going to step up to the plate, and are you going to actually do the work involved to rise to those greater expectations? To do that, you've got to understand what are those greater expectations of your inner self. what is your inner self, or who is your inner self, more likely. And that takes work, a lot of hard work. And I'm here to be a guide for anybody that wants to put the work in. I'm not going to be a guide. And again, if this sounds harsh, I don't really apologize, because it's the truth. I don't want to waste my time on trying to guide people that aren't ready to be guided, because that's just wasting your time. I would rather work with the people that are ready to be guided and help them to achieve greatness and significance in their life. I was just on the phone with a dear friend, and I class him as a brother of mine. I haven't spoken to him for a while, and an amazing conversation that really just, it was so great to hear the enthusiasm in his voice that wasn't there a few months ago. He's finding his inner self. He's using that to drive his desire, and then using persistence to get what he wants, which is to help other people. That's what I want. That's why I do these videos, is to add value to you guys so that you can become the best version of yourself. Whatever that version of you is, that's your choice, right? And that's for you to know. I'm just a guide to help you to get there. So listen, I hope you guys will tune in tomorrow night, 8:30 Eastern time, on this page, my Facebook Live page, for the live book launch. I really want to try and get as many people on there as possible. If you are one of the people that's already bought the book, and I've mailed out 20 copies now. So if you've received your copy, again, if you can do like Al did earlier, post a picture of yourself with the book, use the hashtag 10 steps to freedom. Invite people to the Facebook Live call tomorrow. Invite people to the live teaching call next Thursday. It's free. It'll be an hour, maybe 2 hours. It depends how many questions I get. Right? And I encourage people to ask questions. And if you, there will be a Q&A session on there. So if you've got the book, if you read portions of the book, if you've got something that stands out to you in the book, or you've got a question, then you can come on the Q&A session. You can ask me live. I want to teach. I want to give you the principles. I want to whet your appetite and give you that enthusiasm to move forward and create the life that you're looking for. Thanks, Bruno. Love to you, brother. But you've got to take the steps. You've got to be able to come and join me. All right. So join me tomorrow night. Sign up for next Thursday night. Invite as many people as you can. Let's get this movement going, and let's make that 1%, 2%. Bruno. So okay, I'm going to put this up there. Bruno says, "Proud of you, Papa." So Bruno was he was like my son when we were on the ship together. I still class him as my son. He classes me obviously as his dad. Hopefully not his granddad. But anyway, I'm proud of you, Bruno, with what you're doing. He's an amazing photographer, and you should see some of the pictures that he takes from sites all over the world. They're truly amazing. So anyway, thank you for joining. If you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from, who you are, and if you're going to join the Facebook Live tomorrow for the live book launch of 10 Steps to Freedom. Again, if you haven't got your copy of the book yet, I have ordered some more some more copies that I will be able to sign and post domestically. I can't mail them internationally. If you're international, go to Amazon.com, look up 10 Steps to Freedom by Chris J. Baker, and you can order the book there. It's free delivery if you're on Prime, and you'll get it within a couple of days. So you'll have it before the live launch, not the live launch, but you have it before the teaching call next Thursday. So, Marissa Nielsen's watching too. Marissa, I just want to say this again in a public setting. You have been that inspiration. You were my mentor host at the table at my first John Maxwell IMC. You gave me, I've still got it here, a signed copy of John Maxwell's book, Becoming a Person of Influence, and that's what I've strived to do since that time. You've got, you wrote a note to me inside, and I've still got that, and I still read that. So, Marissa, I love you, and I thank you for everything you do, not only for me, but for other people. I look forward to seeing you again soon. All right, thanks everybody. That's all for tonight. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night on the live book launch, 8:30 Eastern on Facebook. Bye for now.